Hello and welcome to SteamCon UK 2017 here at Manchester Victoria Warehouse. You're joined by myself, Jamie, and
James from Hotcakes Gaming.
And we have got two very good players on the stream this time. We've got Daniel Knaus, and Phil Manwaring, and they are using Butchers and Blacksmiths respectively. So another Blacksmiths game.
Another Blacksmith game. That's really exciting.
And your...
Yeah, probably my favourite guild.
Good
opportunity for me to see how the Butchers are going to take on the Blacksmiths and the heavy armour and all the different things that they can do.
Yeah, so we have their 10-man rosters in front of us here, and they're about to start the draft soon. So, Daniel Knaus with his Butchers has got Ox, Fillet, Princess, Brisket 1, Veteran Brisket, Meat Hook, Boiler, Veteran Ox, Shank, and Minx.
So, of course, we've got the potential here to see the Errated Ox.
The Errated Ox, yeah. Much more fighty than he was with his Momentous 2 being brought down a little bit.
Big improvement.
Huge improvement. Means that he can really go in and do the killing that he should be doing. And Phil has available to him Ferrite, Iron, Faris, Bolt, Hearth, Alloy, Furnace, Cinder, Anvil, and Sledge. So, I wonder if we'll see a different playstyle here. Obviously, the Butchers want to fight and score probably 1 goal and 4 takeouts. I wonder if we'll see a different playstyle for them and go, actually, you know what, we're going to go a little bit more football-y.
Well, I hope so. I think our last Blacksmith player very much went with the original box set, right?
Yes, yeah.
But they've got so many different options. As we said in the last stream, this is my first time seeing all of these cards.
Yeah.
And they have got a huge variety of what they're going to take on. So what do we think they're going to do versus Butchers?
Versus Butchers, I think they're going to play football. I think we're going to see Ferrite as captain again. She is a great footballing captain, and when you're going into a fighting team, obviously you want to play football. So Ferrite as captain, and with her bringing Cinder along. I'm not sure. Really need JJ for this, but we'll get through. Iron is her apprentice. I think we actually can see on the table already. Our guy who sorts out the camera is going to sort out the camera. On the table we can see Faris, the new master, the lady on the horse.
Oh, wow, beautiful model.
Drawn. Yeah,
gorgeous model.
It looks like Hearth as well. You get Hearth out.
We've got Hearth over there.
We've got all the cards in front of us so we can see what's going on, because
we know what they all do.
It's a brand new guild.
Yeah, very exciting.
Very tricky to
great for the guys out there to be able to see the new guild, again, 2 games into the stream.
Yeah.
So everybody can get familiar with the Blacksmiths with us at the same time.
We're all learning together on this one.
All learning together.
So we've got Faris. It looks like Alloy as well.
Alloy's coming in.
Right. And let's have a look-see.
I wonder if anybody back at home are playing that kind of game of trying to guess the lineups.
Yeah.
I know that's definitely something I'm doing in my mind. I'm trying to think what would I
play into this?
Absolutely.
I think we can see we can see Ox there at the top with Princess as the only mascot choice.
Oh wow! So this is going to be cool to see the Errated Ox.
Guys in the Twitch stream, if you can figure out who the characters are, let us know as well, because these are pretty new sculpts for us on Blacksmiths. So I think we're missing 1 player. I imagine it would be Bolt on his flying bases in the middle there. For Butchers, we can see Ox, Princess, Meat Hook, Boiler there for some tool of action from Meat Hook, Veteran Brisket, and Shank.
Shank, the old boy. Good to see him back on the table.
See him back. People happy there with him. And you can see, it's Bolt is the other character. So we've got Ferrite, Iron, Faris, Bolt, Hearth, and Alloy, and they are the 6 that were on top of Phil's list. I think that they're the exact same team that he used in the previous game. We can see setup there coming in now from the Blacksmiths Guild.
So with Ferrite being in there, we think these guys are definitely going to be playing football. What
for certain football. Well, I think the Blacksmiths Guild are kicking off to the Butchers, so they're going to need to go retrieve it. Ferrite's good at doing that. Let's have a look at these guys. Ferrite's good at boosting the entirety of the team's ability to get faster. Everyone gets +2/+2 move in her legendary. and everyone gains this ability called Hobble, which reduces enemy movement by -2, -2. I think we'll see a KG first turn. We've not got the tricks that can get people in. I mean, Bolt here is very, very fast. At the start, he's got a new character trait called Stamina. At the start of his activation, he may immediately make an additional jog.
That's very good.
So he can move 4 inches and then go jogging on to carry on. So he's effectively an 8-10 model with his bonus jog. Obviously, it is subject to parting blows, so you've got to be careful when you use that.
I agree. I think we're going to see a KG first turn, lots of positioning. Yeah. I mean, it's good to see that Butcher's working around Ox. It'd be interesting to see where they want the game to be. I imagine they want to draw the Blacksmiths in to their half of the pitch and try and make this a big scrap in the middle. Yeah. It's
going to be an interesting one.
Quite a fast.
We see Daniel Knaus there on the left-hand side of the screen with he's got his iPad out, or his tablet, his unknown tablet. No brand names. Obviously, probably bringing up the rules for the Blacksmith, so he's like, what do these guys do? Yeah. I'm going to find out secretly and not ask and give my hand away.
And I guess there's going to be a lot of that this weekend.
Guys asking in the chat, is Bolt the floating guy? Yes, he is. He's on 2 flying base pegs.
Really different kind of model from a Steamforged perspective.
From everything we've done previously, yeah.
Nothing I've seen before from you guys.
Yeah. I'm just going to...
The models are absolutely stunning.
We've
got them in front of us here.
The PVC plastics have come on so far from kickoff.
I can't wait to paint these guys.
Very cool. And they can be used in, like, obviously Guild Ball's their primary use, but some of them are so cool that you definitely use them in D&D as other things.
Yeah, I agree with you. I was definitely thinking that before when I saw Faris on the horse.
Yeah.
But what a great model to use in any system, really.
Any universe. Right, so the ball has been kicked off. It went 5 to the 5 and has just cleared the line.
Ooh.
So ideal there for the Blacksmiths.
Oh, man. Shank's nicely placed there to go do a bit of retrieval, get back out dodge.
Or get the...
start generating some momentum, passing the ball along the team. And, and probably use that to move up a little bit.
The horse will definitely be in range to sprint 10 inches forwards and pick that up. Horse is very, very fast. At a slow canter, though, at 5 inches when moving normally, not spending the influence.
So 2 Blacksmiths games and 2 completely different lineups.
Yes, it's great for the guys at home.
Absolutely. And for me.
Yeah. For guys asking in Twitch chat, when is the Vault opening? The Vault is not opening during SteamCon UK. We are having a holiday sale on the Steamforged.store.com or store.steamforged.com, and that's going to start on the 24th. And the SteamCon swag box will be available in that. Broiler has 14 health. Meat Hook has 14 health. Shank has 14 health.
Just missing.
Veteran Brisket, a good choice. If she gets to the goal early enough, then she can, because she gets the additional influence, really start to fund the other Butcher players. So they can all be stacked up nicely.
And as a Butcher player, I'm looking forward to seeing how this Butcher takes on with Ox. I've been theorising it for a while now, been thinking, right, well, you know, do you get that?
The legendary turn's great because you reduce the armour by 1.
Absolutely. And it's that conundrum now again for the Butcher player. You know, going back Ox, going back to old school, or carrying on with Operation Philip.
So we see there, Shank going to sprint, pick up the ball
as expected,
bring it back. Where'd they go? For 1, and then pass the ball off, or just release. Pass the ball to Meat Hook. Is he successful? No, he's not. So no momentum generated and no shenanigans.
So should still snap to Meat Hook.
Yeah, she can intercept or snap. Just no momentum generated is all.
A bit of a shame for the Butcher's player, a bit unlucky.
Yeah. 75% chance of success. Sometimes you miss them though. So, half there, jogging forwards.
Nice quick activation.
Yeah, these two are 2 top players and will know exactly what they're doing with their teams.
Keep us on our toes, working hard to keep up with it.
Yep. Meat Hook passing the ball down to Ox. Is she successful? Yes, she is. So point of momentum generated for the Butchers, and then spends another to tool up Ox.
Proving the Butchers can play football.
Yeah. So he's like, I'm going to stay out of range of Hearth there.
There we go. Back over.
Very quick players. You can see a nice shot of the table there. Tooled up, moving on.
Contrast already to the previous game.
Yep.
So a fantastic learning tool, this stream, for people who are getting into the game, see all the different play styles.
So Bolt here, moving, making his free jog, and hitting the fast terrain, making him go 6. And then, that's thanks to his stamina character trait, he can make his second jog if he wants to. Oh, he's going to go throw a Shoomerang.
Oh, here we go.
So he's going to jog forwards again to get within 4 inches. So he can throw a Shoomerang out. It's a freebie, so he gets 2 dice. He gets freebie because of tutelage with the Master. Does 2 damage because he hits the target model. Then an enemy model within 4 inches of the target model suffers a knockdown.
Oh, wow.
So that's 2 damage to Shank, and Meat Hook is knocked down.
And suddenly quite vulnerable.
Yeah. So Shank down to 12 health.
But a quick activation again from the Butcher, so quick that I missed it.
Very, very quick.
And I believe that was just Princess
Princess jogging up.
Yep.
So Shoomerang's got some really interesting uses from Bolt there. Because it's just a target model suffers 2 damage, you could throw it at one of your own models, so guarantee it hits, and then a target enemy model within 4 inches of that model gets knocked down. And sort of like you're throwing the Shoomerang at your own player to bounce it off to knock down somebody else. So let's say you're attacking
really useful. And the Blacksmith seems to have a lot of those type of ball retrieval or getting the ball off of the opponent options. There seems to be a lot of, right, well, I'm going to throw something, knock you down, or I can retrieve the ball from here, I can do this from range. A lot of ball retrieval, which is really cool. So Swift Stance going up on Brisket there from Boiler.
Yep. Making her Def 5 and Armor 1.
Not an appetising target.
No. And then Boiler there, sprinting up into the middle. Boiler making trying to make use of that anatomical precision in this game again to get through that heavy armor that the Blacksmiths wear. Guys there just discussing what Hearth can and can't do, and now it's just being like, well, Hearth can give out 2-inch melee. He's like, Phil saying, she can, but she's already activated, so I can't do it to anyone else this turn. And that's from the ability use this character play. Target friendly guild model is 2 inches. And Hearth is also sturdy.
And already talking about the difference between having, being able to have that Master and Apprentice dynamic in the game.
Here we see Faris trotting up the pitch, 5 inches.
Another 2 forward.
Eight inches to there, and then look at that.
Oh wow!
Everyone there crowding around the bench, making sure they're in cover.
That's one park bench that I wouldn't want to visit.
No. Unless you're a blacksmith.
Yeah. So Ox moving across.
Ox moving across, past the ball to Brisket. I think we're setting up for a Brisket goal here. And he just gets it. Takes the 4-inch dodge, so spends that momentum. Wants to make sure she starts within...
Yes.
Oh, then tough hide her. So she is now a Defense 5, Armor 2 model. With unpredictable movement. I think she still got that. Yeah, with unpredictable movement and a 1-inch melee. That's a model that you just cannot go.
And a model you want to keep hold of the ball with the Butchers.
No. Guys in the chat asking what's the best use for Faris and Bolt, or for Horsey McHorseface and Jumpy McJumpface. We should have a quick read of the cards and find out. Faris is great for setting up obviously, is a master, has stagger, so any target enemy model suffers -1 defense, and that is momentous on 2 hits, and she is tack 6. And she has quick foot, which gives +2/+2 move. She is sentinel, so gives off +1 armor to friendly apprentice models whilst within 1 inch. And has an ability called Impact. So during a sprint, when this model moves into base contact with an enemy model, it may immediately declare an attack against that model without spending influence. And this attack does not end that model's advance. So the horse can sprint, charge, hit somebody, has on its playbook pushes to get them out of the way, or can stagger them to lower their defense, and then carry on their move if they push them around.
That's incredible.
Has a 2-inch melee zone, so can be quite sort of, I don't know, tough at getting into people.
Good at breaking up the play.
I think we're going to see that shot on goal coming in from Brisket here. And Bolt is, well, Bolt is crazy fast, especially if he's been quick-footed. Both players here sharing widgets to see if they can... Brisket there, planning up how she's going to score the goal.
Looking for the 2 dodges.
Charge, 2 dodges. And looking at 4 hits for a double dodge on tack 9. Going to declare the charge.
So here we go.
Guys in chat, yes, with quick foot, Bolt could run 14 inches. And with a 6-inch kick, 20-inch threat on goal, he's pretty tasty for that. Oh, wow.
Oh, what a roll.
What a roll. If you can see that on screen, that is everything has hit, -2 armor. That is momentous 1 damage and 2 damage with the double dodge, which is plenty
enough. Dice there.
Yeah, which is dice doing what they do. Getting in range for the shot on goal from Brisket. Hitting again. Momentous 1 with a 1-inch dodge. And that is...
So going for the shot now.
Go for the shot on goal.
Oh.
And just scores it. 2-2-2-6. So that is 4-0 to Daniel Naus.
And exactly what you want to do
Yeah.
with veteran Brisket. First turn. Demonstrated beautifully there.
And no knee slider played, as Phil has knee slider.
He certainly does. We've got we're privy to this information on this
Yeah,
game.
so I managed to get all 3 of Phil's cards, and I remembered 2 of 3 of Naus's cards. I will announce them as they are relevant. Yeah. Both players on 40 minutes on their clock. So
keeps it exciting for you guys.
So bounces, kicks out, and lands
in that
there
huddle
on Alloy. You see the ball there, kicked out, and is in the middle of the huddle. Hasn't been given away because Faris has an ability where she can make a kick action if she's not engaged, or if she doesn't hold the ball. If it's in her melee zone, she can hit it.
Okay, wow.
The idea being she's a bit of a polo player, and
okay,
the ball
yeah.
as she was around.
Legendary being used now.
Yep. So who is he thinking? Oh, Ferrite. So we see Ferrite here. So let's see. Acrobatic for 2. Acrobatic for 2 inches forwards, and then 2 to charge. So sprinting in against Meat Hook, who is knocked down. So a nice safe activation. No counterattacks can come in and take the ball. And not quite in range for the shot, but has double dodge on 2 hits. And she will reach tack 9 on the charge, hitting defensive 3 armor 1, Meat-Hook defensive stance, so it's back to 4s 1. So looking for 3 4s or more to be successful with the run, and that is plenty of hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After the armor is a wrap. Momentous disarm. And momentous push dodge. And I think we're going to see a return goal.
Absolutely, and already this is a much quicker game.
But both these players know exactly how Phil is a player for many years, as is Daniel Naus. They were both around at the start of the Kickstarter for Guild Ball. And have played at all levels of tournament play.
I think this game now, I mean, we were anticipating maybe a bit of a cagey positioning game.
Yeah, and we just saw a goal there come through. So that is 4-4 in turn 1.
Already.
Much, much faster game than last time. And straight away, players kicking the ball straight back out. No breaks for either of them.
Absolutely. I can see a situation where both get the 2 goals pretty quickly here.
And then it stalls.
And then it's going to stall, yeah.
Alex and I have seen this happen plenty of times on the stream where we have this big explosive first few turns and then both players go, right.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it very much seems like it's going that way.
All right, and that is the end of turn 1.
Wow.
39 minutes to Daniel Naus, 38 minutes to Phil Manwaring.
Blistering pace compared to the last game.
And Blacksmiths are going to go first. And plenty of influence for the Butcher player now. I believe he's on 15. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 influence for the Butchers.
Wow.
That is so
It's
good.
a scary proposition for any opponent, 15 influence Butchers.
15 influence. Everybody can have, pretty much everyone can do everything they want. Near enough. Guys in chat saying that when Bolt starts running around, we should be humming the Mario theme tune, as if he's jumping over things. Boink, boink. Bum, 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 ba-dum, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, now that's a great level.
Yeah, we're gonna.
What a classic game!
And the
back to our game.
Ronan on the side, like, right, kill it all. Stream's dead. Screw this. I'm going home. Not paid to sit here listening to Giblin and James hum.
You guys give us suggestions. We'll do it. Get involved in the chat.
Ox is Bowser.
So the Blacksmith got the first go. What do we think we're going to do?
What we didn't see there is if we cut back to the top-down camera, we can see the ball. If you come up from the middle of the pitch where the yellow token is, widget, that's where the ball has landed, just on the other side of that rough patch there. I think we'll now see Princess go grab the ball and play ball denial whilst the Butchers get to work killing. And we see... look at that, players there moving their dice trays. Not cool, guys, not cool. So Ferrite activating is hitting on Meat Hook and has chosen a momentous disarm. Disarm is -2 tack, which brings Meat Hook down to tack 4.
And there's a mini stack there on Meat Hook as well, so a big difference for
her. Nothing hits. Much better. 3 hits. No worries. But players there just sorting out, say that they couldn't see the dice. Well, they'll sort that out. 4 hits, a momentous push dodge. 2 left, yet to move with Ferrite. And deciding what to do here. Takes the dodge there. Walking to the other side of Shank. Into base to base. And by another attack, try and reduce that attack again with disarm. 4s and nothing. 4 dice, gets 2 hits. Another momentous disarm to reduce the attack of the Butchers. Not what they like to have happen to them.
Their blades are being blunted.
Yeah, and 1 last attack. Comes in, 2 hits again. 1 damage to Shank. That means he is hobbled, which means he suffers -2/-2 movements. Ferrite is a fantastic model for completely just taking a player out of the turn, basically.
Shutting them down.
Completely shuts them down. She has weak point for -1 armor if it was relevant. She has disarm. She has hobble. She can really just take a player out of the turn make things really tough. Meat Hook there got knocked over and is spending momentum to clear conditions. Moving up to Ferrite. Getting all the way around to the side and base to base. And then it's going to slap her in the face, Daniel now says.
In his words.
His words. Ferrite is a 3-2. Meat Hook gets 3 dice. Says this wasn't a great idea, actually, was it? 1 hit, just 1 damage, bleeding, and hooked against Ferrite. So she is down to 16 health. And he said that was really lucky. And again, why not? 3 dice. Hitting 2s, so they all hit. 2 damage because she's bleeding. Down to 14. And 1 last attack, hoping to get those 3 2s or higher. Which he does. 2 more damage. Down to 12 health.
Getting the momentum and getting that ganging up on Ferrite, who might now be the Butcher's target.
Yep.
On that side.
I think she's pretty much pinned in there as well. From where Shank's positioned, where Meat Hook's positioned, and the location of that bit of terrain, I don't think she could double dodge out of there. Hence, they're not declaring a counter-attack.
Now, are we finding that the Blacksmiths are playing as a team, like they have star captains, or do you find they're very much more of a team playing?
It's all about the synergies in the team.
All about the synergies.
Ferrite is a fantastic... So, your choice of captain very much determines, as I said in the last game, on the guild you're playing against. They're playing Butchers, so they want a footballing captain, so they take Ferrite. Hearth is also on the table and is also a fantastic choice for a captain if you were playing as a fighting team. If you're playing against the Fisherman, the Legendary of Hearth gives all models a 2-inch melee. Within this, I think it's a 6-inch aura. If she's the captain, then all friendly guild models gain a 2-inch melee.
Wow.
She gains a 3-inch melee during the Legendary turn as well.
Wow.
And she knocks down on 1 and is pretty pushy.
That's really good.
So if you were going into a footballing team, you might take that one because you want to give everybody a 2-inch melee. Iron, we can see, is a complete train if he starts fighting you. He has when he gets a 2-inch melee, he can really start laying out the hurt.
So Blacksmith's coming in for the rescue here.
Yep, so we see Faris. Sorry for the silence there, just figuring out what's going on. Is charging against Meat Hook from Faris.
Phil really doesn't like Meat Hook.
No.
He's going after her again.
Oh.
That doesn't look like a good roll.
No, I believe Meat Hook there, defensive stance. The 1 armor she had took away the 1 hit that was there.
Wow.
Which is pretty bad news for the Blacksmiths. 1 more attack, 5 dice. Comes in, falls on 1 and hits 1.
2 stream live games so far, and 2 times we've seen a bit of whiffing from those Blacksmith dice.
Yeah.
They just need to get warmed up on the scene. That's what it is.
Obviously, you need to switch the magnets on underneath the table.
Cold out of the packaging. That's what it is.
Yeah. All right. And 1 damage to Meat Hook there from Faris. Not a great result from Faris's activation. That is Meat Hook.
No, not the return that you'd have expected or wanted.
13. Princess activating. Using Sikkim. So, completely ignoring the ball. That is one of the plot cards there from Daniel Naus. Sikkim gives Princess the free charge.
So not what you were expecting. You thought he'd go and kill the ball. And
yeah, I thought it was going to go. But I guess with Sikkim, starting with the extremity of 4 inches. Going into Alloy there. Alloy, defense 4, armor 1. I guess from Princess here, just looking to get some freebies out there.
Get some momentum.
I mean, Rabid Animal's not a terrible choice if he hits it on 3 hits, -4 move, and poison. I'd probably take that if I hit it. He's defensive stanced, so it'll be 1 damage. Does 1 damage to Alloy there. Not a great roll, and a good defensive stance from Phil. going base to base, and obviously that sets up Boiler ready to go in.
They're both there just discussing that, of course, it's just momentous tackle on one. It's not momentous 1 damage, so no momentum.
No momentum generated. Time on the clocks is 32 minutes for Phil and 36 minutes for Daniel.
It was such a blistering first turn. This one has definitely started to stodge down a little bit.
Yeah. Well, they've got to start making some decent choices here. Big stack on Ox always leaves you a little bit wary because if you get too close to him, he'll just go and delete you. He'll knock you down on his 3 hits, and you won't be in a good time.
Yeah, that's been a huge change to Ox with the errata.
Oh, huge. Oh, he knocks down on 4 hits. Apologies, my bad. I thought it was 3.
And you find since that errata, we're seeing a lot more of Ox again?
For sure, yes. I mean, it's during his legendary turn, he definitely kills people now. 3 hits. Who are we seeing here? Oh, Bolt. 39.
So Bolt's going back in against the dog.
Oh, it's Alloy. Oh,
is it Alloy?
Alloy's activating, hits the dog, chooses a momentous Dirty Knives. Can't see who against.
A bit of a dance away from the Butcher's team.
Yeah. Well, he's just damaged the dog. That seems like a mistake. Don't give the Butchers more tack. Still loved creature, right?
I do.
Seems strange.
The Butchers love that.
And he gets 4 hits with that. And takes the dodge away.
Yeah, momentous single dodge, which is on the first column. And it goes back over to the Butchers, who are now on the clock, 6 minutes ahead.
Yeah.
So maybe that whole bringing a relatively new team starting to have an impact on the game.
Yeah, I think learning your players is important. So we see the Butcher Death Ball here. I said Brewer. The Butcher Death Ball here going in against Ferrite, charging in from Boiler. 9 dice. -1 armor because of anatomical. So 4 hits after armor, I think.
Yeah, momentous 2.
Takes momentous 2. So that puts Ferrite, by my count, on 10 health. And
chipping away.
And already bleeding. And again, 2 more momentous damage, down to 8 by my count.
This one's looking to get them down to 6 here.
Yeah. And chooses Mark Target.
Ah, interesting.
Mark Target obviously giving +2 to the charge, which looks like Ox might be heading over in that direction shortly.
That now seems to make sense.
Yeah, and obviously then one would assume that the Butchers will go first, and then there are 2 blacksmiths available to be punched by all those Butchers.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the Butchers like. You're there, you're on the chopping block, ready.
Yep.
They don't have to go and find you.
No,
you're just there,
don't have to go
down.
hunting. Yeah. Not like alchemists that hide on the other side of the board.
Absolutely.
Have you seen that shiny thing in the bottom? Oh, it's glinting.
Wow.
What is that? It's blatantly a token that the light's reflecting off.
Some kind of goodie.
Yeah. That, if you were in a video game, would be a special item that you could go and pick up.
Have we had any more requests on that front?
No, nothing like that.
Oh, disappointing.
Ronan says, thank goodness.
Knockdown Shank.
Oh, missed who was activated. This is turning into a big old scrum over there. And 2 hits. Ferrite's on 11 hit points, so I must have missed something.
Must have healed.
Must have maybe
come in and healed.
Yeah. I've
spent 2 momentum to heal.
Maybe, yeah. That was Bolt. So, what we saw from Bolt there was he used his free jog from stamina to get in to hit. Attacked, dodged away, out of engagement, and is now using his actual jog to retreat back.
That's very much how he's designed to be.
Yeah, he's
in, out, in, out.
He's a harasser.
Almost taking up that kind of hunter's role in the team.
Yeah. All right. So Ox here has line of sight. Money's charging in. Doesn't need to follow the line of sight. Just has it.
And mark target being remembered there.
Yep. Nicely. I wouldn't expect either of these two players to forget anything that they've chosen to do in the game. 12 dice on the charge.
Oh, Ox loves 12 dice on the charge. Let's see if these butcher's dice can do as well as what they did before.
Yep. Looking for 3s and 2.
Oh,
what a roll. 1 miss, 2 off for armor. 10 hits.
That is grim.
That could be 5 momentous damage. Yeah. Yeah. Guys, they're saying that they couldn't see those 2 dice. That's why they pulled them out. 5 momentous damage and a wrap of 2. So 7 damage there.
Wow.
So leaves Ferrite on 4. 5. Now it's there. Forgetting a loved creature, though. Remembering it now. Defense 2 and 2 because I'm hooked.
So, nice 5 hits.
5 hits, 4 momentous. 1 health left on Ferrite.
I think we can say goodbye to Ferrite
Yeah.
here. As they said.
As they said there, that she's pretty much dead unless they roll really badly.
That's a good roll.
Blacksmiths on 2 momentum and only have 2 influence left on the board. Butchers with a big old stack from all this. Players there forgetting to change the clock over, and Daniel now saying, "Oh, terribly sorry, I've taken all this on your time. Your next activation can be on my clock. Call it evens," which is really nice to see. And yep, as we expected, there, Ox taken away Ferrite, so that's 2 for Daniel Naus, so he's on 6. And Daniel Naus says he's really happy with everything. And he plays man marking. Gives him +2 influence next turn for a 17 influence butcher turn.
Oh my goodness.
17 influence is ridiculous.
And also, you look at that, you look at where the butchers are on the pitch, they're all exactly where you want them to be.
Next turn, I think it's really obvious we're going to see a... just double check, make sure Faris, even if she had tough hide, it wouldn't matter.
No.
An Ox legendary. Maybe it probably doesn't even need the legendary to kill her. She's got 18 boxes, def 2, arm 3. Maybe she needs he needs legendary to strip that armor back. But with 17 influence, what's the team's maximum capacity? 5, 9, 12, 15, 19, 20. They're 3 influence off max allocation.
So I think we've just seen Iron trundle up towards the ball.
Okay. I mean, Iron's fast enough to go get a goal, but is it going to be quick enough? Will Phil be able to see out the game before it all goes pear-shaped? So, Shank here, attacking. Not got many dice. Does 3 momentous damage, though.
Of course, with Ox being there now.
Uh-huh. Ox being there. 3 more momentous on Faris. So that was 6, so down to 12. He's hobbled, so he should only be moving 4 inches. And, yeah. Really nice play from Naus there, stacking all his things up.
He's starting to think about the ball. He's starting to think about where that ball is going to be next turn, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's why Shank's coming over, getting out of the way.
Half there, moving around, going to hit Princess. Guys in the chat saying, looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
Oh, yes.
and that Daniel is a pro. One hit there on the puppy is a momentous knockdown. Veteran Brisket left up the top. Naus is one of the best players in Germany, and I think it's showing in this game. He's doing so well.
Wonderful thing about Guild Ball, though, this can swing either way at any point.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, so these kills are on the table, but if Iron just takes the parting blow, Impetuous is that how you say that? Uses Impetuous, and then sprints forwards 10 inches with a 6-inch kick, he might be in range to go get that goal. And
this is Veteran Brisket.
6 hits from Brisket.
Nice
there,
wrap.
The wrap does nothing because of tough hide. And takes a non-momentous 2 damage, which goes down to 1, and a double dodge.
Yeah, well, good choice there.
Stream request. Best impression from the commentators of meats back on the menus from Lord of the Rings. Well, I've done mine.
You're really good at Lord of the Rings impression.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. Go on, why don't you do your Gollum for them, your famous Gollum?
I don't have a famous Gollum.
Yes, you do.
I do not.
If people want to check out
the guy over there, he's got a pretty good Gollum.
He's got a good Gollum?
He doesn't have a microphone. He's shaking his head, but he does. He's got a good Gollum.
Try. I mean, look at
him. He wants to. He really wants to do it.
Well, Urukai, I mean, they're pretty much Cockneys, aren't they, really?
Are they?
Are they? They're using New Zealand Kiwi accent, is it?
I don't know.
Need Layfield here for that, I think.
Yeah. JJ to come back. All right, back to the table. Waiting for the Butchers there. Didn't even need to roll to go first, so have taken the initiative and have 17 whole influence.
So we're expecting a dead Faris here.
Yeah.
That's what we think is going to happen. But at the same time, Veteran Brisket out there near the ball.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing.
That's a great option.
She could jog backwards, jog forwards or sprint, back, pick up the ball, round to engage Iron.
Yep.
Hit him, generate a point of momentum. Acrobatic, it's quick time, not acrobatic. But she could potentially score. If she does, this game's sewn up.
Yep, absolutely.
Or you sprint past it, pass it into that brewer again, Butcher ball back there, and you're pretty happy with how things are going at this point.
Okay, so we've got Blacksmiths returning to the pitch now.
Yep. So this is Ferrite coming back.
And putting pressure on for...
Certainly putting pressure on the ball.
Has to almost go with Brisket, I think.
It's going to activate Brisket. I think if it's in range for the shot, then Naus is a good enough player to try and take that, even though it might be a slim chance. If worse comes to worse, he can just kick it into that back area past the forest and just kill the ball off for 2 turns while someone jogs back to get it and then has to come back into the play. We're all allocated out. Looks like a big stack on. Everyone except Shank looks maxed out in the little corner over there. So she's paying quick time for a 2-inch dodge. Oh, this is a Veteran Brisket into the ball. So move the ball out of the way. She's going to sprint and, probably pass it into that. Eight inches away from those scary guys, Iron Ferrite. And then that influence is pretty much just dead in the water now.
Yeah, very good play.
And past to Shank, was that? Yep, and it is successful.
And I imagine he's just going to...
No dodges.
Oh, he's not dodging back.
No dodges.
So Shank must be safe then.
I don't think he's safe, but I think now wants to bring somebody in close enough so that once he's dealt with the horsey lady, Faris, then the Butcher Ball can just move on to the Alloy. So Alloy here.
A bit of a trap.
Looks like a bit of a trap. However, we all know, well, I've said it already, that Phil has knee slider, so Alloy will get to safety if he manages to pull this off. But Alloy has 4 influence probably on him. Looks like 3 from that image there, 3 on him. So 1 for the shot, 1 for a sprint round, 1 for an attack. Shank tackles on 2 hits. Pretty reliable. We'll see if it pays off, though.
Here he comes.
Oh, he's coming for a charge. Oh, he's looking for his tackle double dodge. Oh, the best result.
So they're just working out because of the round bases, making sure they've got the right angles for the charge.
Yep. Saying that. Put it in a model as a proxy.
And the experience of these players are really showing how clean they're making this game.
And
make it very easy to follow.
Yeah, because Alloy starts within 6 inches of Hearth, he can choose an ability. He has chosen to go for a 2-inch melee zone. His other options are +1 kick or -1 armor. Obviously, Shank has no armor, so no use there. 2-inch melee means that if Shank counterattacks and dodges are out of range, then he's still got the 2-inch melee to hit him.
Yep.
It'd have to be a where'd they go from.
Here's the
Shank.
dice.
Forced to hit. 4 hits after everything.
No, he doesn't get the
so close,
get the
but so far. Needed 5 hits.
Double dodge tackle, so strong, but not able to get there.
No. Takes a momentous tackle, and the counter attack comes in. 6 dice. Oh!
Oh, it's not good.
4's 1. Nothing. And some choice words through the ear holes there from Daniel Naus. As he lets out some expletives there with that failed roll from.
Can they hear him, or is it just they can just hear us?
No, they can't hear him. Thank goodness.
Thank goodness.
Thank
I was about to
goodness
apologise to all the kids out there.
Yeah, no. they're for our ears only. And finally, a shot on goal bonus timed. Might as well. Risky move, and it has paid off.
It has paid off.
And there he is, 1-4 plus. That is a goal. So. Take some momentum, and will we see knee slider? And he knee sliders to safety, and the game swings back.
You called it.
So 8-6 to Phil Manwaring. I think it's safe to say, though, we are going to see a kill. So 8-8, and the ball is now back with the Butchers. This could be the end of the turn this game. End of the game this turn.
That's the one.
Dreamland.
Do, 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 do.
Guys on stream, why no HP on stream? Harry Potter, HP source. Why didn't he go for the plus additional kick? Because he wanted to keep 2-inch melee in case Shank dodged away. And he couldn't get base to base. All right, so
Shank's go next.
Shank to go next. Ball placed in an interesting position.
Yeah. Not what I expected. I didn't
I
expect to see it go back down that way towards the
two blacksmiths players
who've still got influence on them.
Yeah, I mean maybe he's doing it to keep it away from the away from bolts.
Okay.
There's 5. All right, so the ball. Release it, give it back to Brisket. No, I think I'd release it, give it back to Brisket here. She's unpredictable. 4's 1.
Much harder target with the ball. And he is not doing that.
No, he thought about it. Well,
surely.
Can't decide.
But he might have seen something that we haven't.
Clock there, not been passed over by Phil, so he is ticking his own time away. 29 minutes to 20 there.
A big swing. But I don't think that the clock's going to be an issue in this game.
I don't think so either.
It doesn't feel like that kind of game.
It's a very, very good game. Blacksmiths pulling themselves back into it with that good activation and failed activation or failed counter-attack from Shank.
Yeah, it was gutsy.
It's gutsy, and that could, at that point in the game, I think that was the right thing to do, to bring yourself back into it and put yourself in the driving seat.
Gives himself a chance.
Yeah.
Really having a good think about what to do here.
All right, Faris there, choosing to sprint. Sprints into meat hook. Hoping to push her away or knock her down, and then come away afterwards. Forwards an inch. So not engaged by anyone, but making an attack for free due to impact hits. 1 hit, which is 1 damage, which not what you want.
Not good.
But that doesn't end the advance. The advance can continue, but she might as well take the parting blow from Meat Hook, as Meat Hook has no knockdowns. So Meat Hook's down to 12 health. Sprinting away, and parting blow from Meat Hook coming in.
It's really to represent that big armoured warhorse being able to sort of charge in, do
into
damage, but keep on going. You've got the momentum of that.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Really, really cool rule. 8 dice from Meat Hook coming in. Meat Hook's going to be happy with this, putting a bleed hooked on somebody.
Yep.
In Ox's aura as well. 3 damage, but no momentum because it's a parting blow. And that is Faris down to 9 by my count. But disappearing away.
Yeah, no, dodge, you know. Looked pretty vulnerable before, but...
No, they're pulling away now.
Away from that butcher's death bubble.
Yeah.
And it's gone back over. So Meat Hook's measuring up here.
Yeah, so players there saying, I can't escape completely because you can benefit from that fast ground just like I can. And Meat Hook's pretty fast at 6'8", going up to 8'10". And Faris is bleeding. She's going to wing back. Oh, nicely done. So wing back reduces your cost to charge by 1.
Oh, amazing.
So Meat Hook is going to get a charge and then 2 attacks. Hitting the fast ground, going into base to base by the looks. No base to base, but with pushes can pull Faris in.
Yep.
Attack 10, 11 because of defense 2 with hooked. And looking for no loved creature this turn. So defense 2 with armor 3. So 1 misses, 3 armor come off. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a wrap.
Wow.
2 momentous on the wrap. Down to 7. And 4 momentous in a push, bringing Faris down to 3 health left. Confirmed as well by the players there.
I'd be quite sad to see this model being taken off the table because it looks stunning.
So cool.
It's a really cool model.
Cool. Another attack, 1 miss. 2 momentous, 1 left.
And again.
1 more attack, and that is dead with momentum. So 8-8 is the score. Faris returns to the table next turn with 9 health. The ball's out of play for this turn. No one can activate it because it's on a player who's already activated.
So I feel couldn't say Faris. He tried to get Faris out of dodge, but
I guess now he's got to take Bolt away. And then that influence on Boiler and on Ox is not wasted because you can always get the marked target onto Hearth and bring Ox over to her. But she is not a tasty model to try and take out either.
I mean, it's really great to see a Butcher's team here because of Ox's changes. You can get to see what all of the other players can do.
Yeah, it's a nice little lesson on how to use Ox Butchers.
So. I'm very much enjoying this. It is making me want to put down those butchers.
Get your butchers back out.
But then I'm looking across at these blacksmith models.
Yeah.
And then I'm going, right, that's my next team. I'm looking forward to giving them a good paint, actually.
Yeah. So on the clocks, I think we've been ticking away on Phil's time again. We're looking at 27 minutes for Naus and 17 minutes for Phil. And I think there's been far more activations from the... far more time in the activations from Butchers. I'd be surprised to see if that wasn't some unclicked time from Phil.
Fair right coming up on acrobating.
So sprinting, acrobatics.
Not using the full dodge there, it didn't look.
Didn't look like. And then saying, get over here, iron. 6 inches, doesn't have to be directly towards, but taking it.
And it's gone back over.
Back over.
So what do you think the plan's there?
Well, I'm not too sure. Well, the ball's on Shank, not on Brisket. So what we'll probably see is Iron. I can't see how much influence he's got on him, unfortunately. But he's not bad at tackling. He's not bad at pushing. He probably wouldn't be able to get in range for a goal, but he could definitely get the ball and generate some momentum. Try and push that going first.
Maybe Daniel will regret not giving the ball to Brisket in this situation.
I think giving the ball to Brisket and unsnapping with Shank and snapping it onto Brisket was the right call. She has unpredictable movement. Both of those players have a 1-inch melee. The ball is untouchable on Brisket whilst those two are there. I guess now you should look at where your next 2 takeouts for the Butchers come.
Yeah, and Daniel really taking a bit of time just to evaluate the pitch, have a good think about what he needs to do.
You're saying, apologies, I just need to have a quick little think. So, the interesting thing is, can Ox sprint around Boiler and go and engage Hearth to start hitting on her? It looks reasonably close. He's got an 8-inch sprint, 1-inch melee. I don't think he can from back there. It looks a little bit too far. I guess we'll find out. Boiler's not a bad one to do it with, though, to put Mark Target out first.
How much influence has Boiler got?
He's got the full 4.
So he's not got a swift stance out yet. I mean, he may try and protect Shank, you never know, move over. But I'm not sure he wants to move him in that direction.
And laying down the 8-inch path from there. And now saying, is that an inch? No, it's too much. So no charge can go in. He could sprint in, but he wants Boiler to go in because he wants every influence available for Ox to Legendary probably and take her out.
Yeah.
Boiler 6-8
now. Oh, here we go.
So Boiler's going to charge her. Yep. So that's half Boiler's influence. Going into base to base. Spending 1 to... Well,
a bit of Boiler action coming up.
So 9 dice, but then in cover, so down to 8. 2s and 1. Everything hit. 1 misses armor.
Ooh.
7 hits.
A Boiler wrapping is always nasty.
It's got sturdy, so he ignores the first knockdown. So 3 momentous and 2 momentous against Hearth there. So that's Hearth down to 18 health. And takes a push dodge to just push dodging, not momentous, pushing her out of cover.
They're creating a target for Ox.
Yeah. And again, 1 last time. 4 hits after armor. Choices. 2 momentous damage down to 16 health. And then spend 2 to stand up the dog.
Good activation.
Yeah.
Thinking about the next one.
Definitely in range of Ox now. And now they're taking all the 8-inch sticks. I think we see here Iron eyeing up a goal. If he's got his full allowance on him of 4 or even 3, if he's got his full 4, he can impetuous, charge, tackle, and have the shot on goal, which would win the game.
Which would be a real comeback from the Blacksmiths, because it really did look like the Butchers had this.
Yeah. I think that missed counter-attack from Shank is the turning point from this game.
And perhaps, as you said, the not snapping, allowing them to unsnap and snap.
Give it to Brisket. Safer.
What do the guys in the stream think in the live chat?
Guys in Twitch chat, let us know if you think not snapping the ball to Brisket or unsnapping from Shank and snapping to Brisket has been a mistake. I guess we'll find out any second.
Or even maybe what that thinking was. Maybe just something missed.
Ooh. So, Iron's ability Battering Ram also works against enemy models. So he's impetuous, not charging.
They're just working out whether they can get outside of the melee.
He is charging, going the full 10 inches or 8 inches. Pushing Brisket out the way, and then making an attack on Shank.
I mean, I guess Shank has declared that he's counter-attacking, I imagine.
I would assume.
And he's can tackle back easy enough.
Yeah. Takes a momentous tackle. And a bonus time the counter-attack. Can Shank do it again? 2s and 2, 7 dice, needs 3 2s. And he gets it. Iron has close control.
The moment of realization from Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel's scream there echoed down my ear holes. And that
was a desperate wail.
Big shot on goal now. 3 dice.
For the game.
But 2 dice bonus. No. Game. That's game. That's 12-8 to Phil. Congratulations, Phil. Great work.
Wow. What a comeback.
What a comeback. 3 goals.
That was incredible to watch. Really exciting.
Fantastic. I guess that's one of the things about using a brand new team like that. Iron, big chunky guy. Would he have close control? Would you think it? And probably
you wouldn't
not.
Make that assumption. It's hard to make an assumption, isn't it?
If you don't know the rules of the models, then you're going to suffer.
Yeah, I agree.
And
what a fantastic game. Really thought the Butchers had it in the bag.
I know, right? And such a quick game.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
Such a quick game.
It was really, really enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, do the guys in the live chat, do they agree with us? Should that have been unsnapped?
Yeah, well, the guys say, what a turnaround. Should it have gone to Brisket? I guess that's the question you got to ask yourself. If he'd have unsnapped, given it to Brisket, he could never have engaged her with either of those 2 models. She always unpredictables away.
I mean, Shank was hugely unlucky with his first counter attack.
His first counter attack
for that first goal.
Alloy, yeah. He needs 3 4s, rolling 6 dice. I think it's just, it's average. It's 50-50. Brisket was the right idea. Everyone says every time you definitely give it to Brisket. And I can't help but feel Daniel thought about it, didn't do it, and that has to be him throwing the game away pretty much with that one
You have
choice.
to imagine that he must have been relying on the counter-attack from Shank,
but
and not knowing the iron card, not knowing that close control is there. What a killer. What a game.
But yeah,
amazing.
And guys, Killer Monkey saying kicking the ball to that side of the pitch was a mistake in itself, because you, by kicking the ball to that side, you have no influence over there. You've got no one who can touch the ball.
We were surprised.
Yeah, I thought it was going to go onto the top side of the pitch, Daniel's left-hand side, to where all the Butchers were. So if you want that ball, you've got to come through the Butchers and get it. That lets Daniel either play 2... He's on 8 points. He can either get 2 takeouts because the Blacksmiths have to go to him because he's got the ball, or he can just go score.
Yeah, I can imagine he'll watch this back on YouTube when it goes up and it'll probably kick himself a little bit because it did look like he had it in the bag.
I thought that was going to be a steamroll, a 17 influence turn. How can you throw away a game when you've got 17 influence?
It was on the block, but of course it's easy to sit here when we're watching from the side, and
certainly,
it's always an easier position to be in.
Yeah.
But wow, really enjoyed that. And great to see the Blacksmiths get a win now, 1-on-1 on the live stream.
Yeah.
Will we get more Blacksmiths over the course of today?
Probably. Everyone's bought them.
So has.
I hope you all enjoyed this one. We shall catch you later in the day. We're not sure when the next round's going to start, as it's still ongoing, and then there's breaks for probably lunch at this point, maybe. It's getting kind of late in the day. Keep an eye out on the Guild Ball Facebook page. That's where we'll be updating you when we are ready to go live on there. All right, we shall catch you next time.
See you soon.